Alright YouTube, so we are back after a couple days with some Fallout 76 content. I want to take a break, obviously, because of recent events, but we're back to talk about some shit. Quick update on the Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff. Again, there's not really anything newsworthy to talk about. There was this, Japanese commercial that came out that was, 5, 6, 7 minutes long or something, but it didn't really show us anything. We're all kind of hoping for, maybe there's a little clip, maybe 10, 15-second clip of something we had not seen for the game, but there's just kind of not. But I do want to talk about it, and that'll probably be tomorrow's video, bar, anything more relevant coming up for tomorrow. Either way, today's video is actually a couple days old, the topic anyway, but obviously we've been doing some other shit the past couple of days. What we have today is Bethesda having to issue refunds for Fallout 76 over in Australia. And this has nothing to do with recent events, has nothing to do with Fallout First or whatever. This is actually something that's been going on for the past year, since the launch of Fallout 76. Bethesda refused to give people refunds. If you guys remember that, I've done a video on it. I don't remember the exact details to it, but I do remember the, no refunds or whatever. But I guess legally now in Australia, based on some legislation, they have to refund people if they want it. Customers in Australia are now entitled to Fallout 76 refunds. In Australia, Fallout 76 players are now able to receive refunds if requested during a specific time period. According to the Australian Competition and Commission, Zenimax Media, Bethesda's parent company, misled consumers regarding their right to a refund. The majority were asked for their money back due to the game's technical and performance issues, reports Games Radar. So yeah, looking into it really quickly, just because the story's from a year ago, I had to refresh my memory. They had this thing in their policy where customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund, which doesn't make any goddamn sense, does it? It's how do I know if I do or don't like the game unless I download it and then play it? But once you downloaded it, you weren't eligible for a refund anymore. It didn't make any damn sense. So I guess over the past year or so, they've just been fighting it over there in Australia and finally ruled that Zenimax Media was in the wrong, which obviously they are. You can't... I know there's certain things that you buy that don't have refund policies, but generally speaking, when you buy anything, you can return it within a set amount of time if the product doesn't work, if it's not what you wanted, etc., etc. And Bethesda was just nope, you can't have your money back. The ACCC said that Zenimax Media acknowledged that they were likely to have misled consumers about their consumer guarantee rights in relation to Fallout 76. Zenimax has acknowledged that they are likely to have misled certain Australian consumers about the rights to refund when they experience faults with their Fallout 76 game. ACCC Commissioner Sarah Court said. Damn, that's hard to say for some reason. When a consumer buys a product, it comes with automatic consumer guarantees, and retailers must ensure their refunds and return policies do not misrepresent what the Australian consumer law provides. When a consumer has purchased a product that has a fault which amounts to major failure, the Australian consumer law provides them with the right to ask for their choice of either a repair, replacement, or refund. And see, in the case of Fallout 76, the only option is a refund. A repair wouldn't do anything. It's not a broken piece of equipment or technology. A replacement wouldn't do any good because the game overall just performs badly no matter whose copy it is. The only option is a refund. The company will now offer refunds to players who contacted the firm between November 24th, 2018 and June 1st, 2019. Should the customer accept the refund, they will no longer be entitled to access and play Fallout 76. In light of this, ZeniMax has also amended its customer service documents and scripts to address the concerns about the misrepresentation of the consumer guarantee rights under the ACL. So a couple things to go over. First off, obviously the situation itself is good. People are getting their money back if they want to. Downside is you can no longer request for a refund, which I guess kind of makes sense because it's been a long time. It's been pretty much a year. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who probably never requested for a refund because they heard Bethesda wasn't giving out refunds. Like myself, for example, I never asked for a refund. I did put a lot of time into the game because I was talking about it and covering secrets and hidden things that I found in the game. So I put enough time into it where probably not the $60 worth, but I did play it quite a bit to where I didn't really need a refund for it. I don't even know if there was trouble trying to get refunds on consoles anyway. But there's probably people out there who are like, God, man, that was a waste of $60. And their friend was like, well, there's no point asking for a refund because Bethesda's not doing it anyway. That probably has happened at least a handful of times, and those people should be entitled to their money, even if they didn't file anything between November 24th and, June 1st of this year. The other thing I want to address is the last line in that first paragraph that says, should the consumer accept the refund, they will no longer be entitled to access and play Fallout 76. For one, I'm kind of confused. How do they enforce you not being able to ever play Fallout 76 again? If you get a refund, do they, track your fucking IP and, if you try to download it or play it, it, denies you? How the hell do they prevent you from playing the game? Also, what if people did file for their refunds, last year or whatever, get their money back, and then Wastelanders comes out next year, and it actually turns the game around. It becomes a stable, kind of, decent game, and maybe that person who got the refunds, you know what? I'm willing to buy Fallout 76 again and give it another chance. They're kind of cutting off their own money there, right? Because I've seen a lot of people over the course of this last year who either didn't want to give the game a chance because it didn't have human NPCs yet, or saying they would come back to it once there are human NPCs. And there's a lot of people who are waiting on that Wastelanders update that are going to come back to it. So, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird that they would be like, you know what? You can't play our game anymore. And I completely understand that laws are different in every different like country and state, province, all that other stuff. But like if it's a damn near illegal or whatever for them to not give refunds over in Australia, how is it not the same everywhere else? Like why are we not entitled to a refund over here? How are they allowed to say, you know what, our game is unfinished, it's completely broken, doesn't work, but also you can't have your money back? Anyways, dudes, that's pretty much the video. The story's been out for a couple days. You've probably already seen some other people talk about it, but I did want to give my take on it, my thoughts on it. If you're in Australia by chance, I don't even know if I have an audience there, and you happen to have filed for a refund within that time frame and somehow have not seen somebody else talk about it, you're entitled to your money. And what are your thoughts on us not being able to get our damn money back over here in America or wherever else you might be from? Leave your thoughts and more in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to update with more Fallout 76 content. Been a while since I just said that one. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @TheDashingDavid. And my Discord links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby, or at least less like a child.